Welcome to the lesson, friends. My name is Michelle, and in this lesson we are learning when to repeat a, an and the. But what are these? These are articles in English. Do we even repeat them? Yes, we often repeat them before nouns and adjectives. But when really? Don't worry, you'll find that out in this lesson with me. So let's find out what exactly are articles. So in English, we have three articles: a, an, and the. We use a before consonants, and before vowels, and the before definite nouns, alright? We'll get into more detail in another lesson about where do we use these articles. But before that, we'll look at the pair of sentences that we have on the board. So the first pair is, I have a black and white dog. So how many times have we used a here? We have used a here only once. Let's look at the second sentence. I have a black and a white dog. Here we have used the article a twice. Okay. Now you have to tell me, what are the words before which we have used a? Are they adjectives, or are they nouns, or are they verbs? So black and white are adjectives because they are describing the noun, which is dog, okay? So here we have used a only before one adjective and not before the other adjective. Why is that so? Let's find out the meaning of this sentence. I have a black and white dog. So in this sentence, we are actually referring to only one dog. Yes, which is partly black and which is partly white. So maybe the dog is all white and it's got some black cute spots on it. Alright, so here we are referring to the same noun. Right. Now let's look at the next sentence that we have. I have a black and a white dog. So here we have used the article a twice. But why is that so? How does that change the meaning? Well, it really affects the meaning. I have a black and a white dog refers to two dogs and not just one, okay? And here, one dog is black in color completely and the other dog is white in color completely, not partly. Okay, so this is used to refer to two nouns. Right, so whenever two adjectives refer to the same noun, that's when we use the article only before the first adjective. But whenever two adjectives refer to two different nouns, in this case two dogs, we use an article before each one of them, alright? I hope this has been very clear to you. Okay, with that, we now look at the next pair of sentences. The secretary and treasurer is absent. Okay, how many times have we used the article? Which is the article? The, okay? We have used it only once. But here, the secretary and the treasurer is absent. Okay, so like this, we looked at the adjectives. Here we are not looking at adjectives. What are we looking at? Look carefully. Which are the two most important words in these sentences? They are nouns, right? So we are looking at nouns in this sentence. So the secretary and treasurer is absent. All right, so here we have two nouns, okay? Do you think secretary and treasurer, are they somewhat connected? Yes, because they belong to the same field, to the same occupation, right? So we have two connected nouns. Okay, whenever we have two connected nouns which are referring to one person, we use the only once, or we use the article only once. So as you can see in this case, we have used the article only once, and that is because both the connected nouns are referring to the same person. The secretary and treasurer is absent. So possibly secretary and treasurer is the position of that one person that we are talking about. The next one that we have is the secretary and the treasurer is absent. Are we still talking about the same person? No. In this case, we are talking about two different people, all right? We have the secretary, who is one person, and we have the treasurer, who is another person, and both of them are absent on the same day. So as you can see that we use the article once before two connected nouns when we are referring to the same person, okay? Same person. But we use the article the twice before connected nouns when we refer to two different people at two different positions. Okay. With that, we have looked at two pairs of sentences which change meaning with the repetition of the articles. Let's look at the next one. The third and the fourth chapters, okay? So your homework is to do the third and the fourth chapters, which means that you have to do both the chapters for your homework. Let's try and remove one the. Okay. The third and fourth chapters. Your homework is to do the third and the fourth chapters, or the third and fourth chapters. Do they still change meaning, both the sentences, with removing this the? No, it still has the same meaning. That's because third and fourth are fixed numbers and they don't change meaning with the repetition of articles. So whether you say the third and the fourth chapter or you say the third and fourth chapter, it still means the same, all right? Now we look at the last pair of sentences that we have with us, and this is, he is a better mechanic than lawyer, okay? So I have this friend, who is very good at fixing cars, all right? And he's by profession actually a lawyer. But I always tell him, you're a better mechanic than lawyer, which means that although he's a lawyer, but he's better at fixing cars, therefore he's a better mechanic than lawyer. So am I talking about two different people here? One who's a mechanic and the other who's a lawyer? No. I'm talking about the same person who is a better mechanic, who's better at fixing cars than at being a lawyer, alright? So when we use a here, once we are talking about the same person. All right, the next one that we have is, he would make a better statesman than a philosopher. Now here we have used the article a twice before the nouns, okay? So does it still have the same meaning like the previous sentence? No, it actually has a different meaning. What we mean is that this person who is very intelligent and who is very shrewd and smart, he would make a better statesman, okay, he himself, than another person who is a philosopher. All right, here we are talking about qualification. And simply because we have used a twice before two different nouns, like this sentence, I have the treasury and the secretary and the treasurer is absent. So here we have used the twice for two different people. The same way we have used a twice here for two different people. Was it very complicated? I hope not. I hope you clearly understood how to use a and the and how to repeat them and when to repeat them before nouns and adjectives. Thank you so much for having me. I hope it was good learning with me. Bye-bye.